I'm Rachel Nichols, and this is Bay Area Sports Wrap.
Pass around the mic.
Hey, Coach. The Valkyries have had 19 different players step on the floor, 14 different starting lineups. From a scouting perspective, what are the challenges in trying to prepare for the Valkyries when you don't really know what lineups they're going to throw at you from a minute-to-minute basis?
Plan A and Plan B. If so-and-so plays, this is what we're doing. If she doesn't play, we match up a little differently, but same basic game plan, couple tweaks depending on who's in and out, but mostly it's just about executing what we can and not completely getting, missing the forest for the trees for personnel.
Hi, Coach.
Hi.
How have you seen Illy Rupert's game grow from 2022 to this year and just this last game when you played her?
She's just a lot, I would just say consistent, confident. You could tell she's grown up a lot. She's always had ability to shoot the ball, but I think adding in those other layers, mixing in a little bit of post game, pick and pop, just learning the league and having a better feel and grip on the league. So I just think she's just grown up. But there was always lots of potential there. She's pretty, she's definitely a threat from the three-point line. That we know that. So, but I'm happy for her. I'm happy she's back over here playing and gets to be with Nat.
Natalie, I want to follow up on that.
I'm not Natalie, but
keep confusing the two of you. Keep confusing the two of you.
We look so much alike.
I know. It's my own fault for covering you guys back-to-back years.
That's my dog, though. So
Yeah. I want to follow up on that. When you had Ileana with you, did you feel like she could get to this point where she could be more than just a three-point shooter and build around her game being more than just the 6'5", 40% three-point shooter and doing all these other things? Did you see that when you first got her, or is it sort of surprised you how quickly she's grown?
No, I'm not surprised. She's bright. She has a great work ethic. She's been getting great experience, I think, with her national team and in France in the W off season. So no, not surprised at all. Her brother's pretty good basketball player too. I think that guy got pretty good genes rolling in that family.
Coach, this way. Thank you. What do you know about Golden State that you might not have known when you played them the first time as an expansion team? They make their way through the league and people learn about what they do and what they like to do. What do you know now that you didn't know in May or June?
I don't think there's a lot that we didn't know, other than they're a resilient group, and early on it's hard to test that resiliency. But resiliency is an incredibly great trait to have as a person and as a team. With all the different lineups, the European championships, people going in and out, hurt or just having other responsibilities that they've had as a group. They don't go away. They never quit playing. It's pretty impressive to have that identity that early on, and they've proven to be that team throughout the season, whatever lineups they throw out there.
Hi, Coach. What do you like about what Kirsten Bell has brought to your starting lineup?
Little things. She's a great cutter off the ball, gets out in transition, runs for us, sneaky offensive rebounder. But just really an offensive mover with the ability, obviously, to knock down shots, get us extra possessions, and she's scary if she sees a couple go in, I'll tell you that.
Anyone else in person before we go to Zoom? All right, we'll go to Callie on Zoom, Callie, and then Andrew. Callie?
Hey, Coach. Last month, Nikki Fergus said in an interview that, the Aces weren't going to look to add another player because she has so much confidence, or the team has so much confidence in the existing roster, the core and the reserves. She feels like, there's still a new level to be unlocked with this group. I was just wondering if, for you, what kind of gives you the most confidence when you look at the existing players that you have right now?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the first part of your comment.
I was just saying, Nikki Fargas said in an interview last month that the Aces weren't going to add another player just because of like the confidence in the core and the reserves. Like she said that, the team believes in itself, really. And I'm just wondering, like, where that belief comes from for you. Like, what stands out the most about, how, I guess, like, why are you so confident in this group?
Because I've seen them play at a really elite level, multiple quarters. We're starting to put some games together. But you get excited because you see the potential, you see what they're capable of. Now it's that consistency, in basketball, anybody can be good for a night. Really great ones, they're good every night, night in and night out. And so as a team, that's really what we're striving for. But you get excited because you see quarters where we can put up 35 points and hold our opponents to 14, 15, 16 points. That's why you get excited. That's why you believe in this group, is because you see moments of brilliance. Now it's just about, carrying it out and having that discipline, and having the maturity to handle your success of the previous quarter or of the previous game. And keeping that mindset and approach professional for 40 minutes. It's serious business out there, and I want to have that locker room have killer instinct.
Yeah, that makes total sense. And then I also want to ask you about Asia's leadership this season, because the other night she talked about, I guess, a strong message that she relayed to the team after that loss to the Lynx. Mm-hmm. And we didn't get a chance to ask you about that, but I was curious, did you know that she spoke to her teammates about that game, and just kind of what have you seen from her as a leader this year?
I didn't know she spoke to the group. I'm not surprised that she spoke to the group. It's interesting, that Minnesota game, we just kind of had to move on. And we'll revisit when it's time to revisit. But I think she gave them the appropriate message, which was that was unacceptable. But we have a game in front of us, and that was their focus. And so in a lot of ways I give them credit, because those kinds of beatdowns are not easy to move on from mentally. Yes, it was a back-to-back, but mentally you got to fix your head. And so not surprised that she reached out and relayed her thoughts. But she's a different kind of leader. She's one of the best leaders I've ever been around in any locker room. She's a real one. You can coach her hard, and I coach her hard, and we have a lot of truth talk and honesty in our conversations, and that's not always easy with the best player.
Thank you.
Andrew, and then we'll end with Nikias. Andrew?
Thanks, Carolina. As always, Coach, I want to ask you about John Lucas III, with how you said he's been instrumental in terms of recognizing the challenges and how obviously how important that is. You talk about his growth with you in his first year under you as an assistant coach, and if John Lucas II gets on him even harder now as a proper coach that he is.
So what's your question?
Just talk about his growth underneath you in terms of all that.
I mean, he's been great. We brought him in as player development. So obviously getting him integrated, getting to know our players, getting to know the league was imperative. He dove in, and you get a lot of time as a development coach with a lot of one-on-one time. So, I think just handing him those reins, and as well as him having to learn our system, learn a whole new league, he's done a great job. The replay challenges, he just has a very talented eye for that. He's very good, really, really good. At reading those situations. I don't know what our challenge rate is, but he's basically been in charge of that and done an excellent job.
We'll end with Nikias.
Hi, Coach. The Jackie Young, Asia Wilson pairing has been elite once again this year, and that's mostly popped in pick and rolls in their times together. But this year, they've been one of the most effective handoff pairings, and it feels like you've gotten a lot of success out of running those handoffs lower on the floor for them. Just what have you seen from their growth in that area?
Honestly, for Jackie's part in it, it's probably just more opportunity, you know. A lot of times, you know, when we had Plum, the ball was in Plum's hands or Chelsea's hands a lot, and I think sometimes it just came down to opportunity, and I think she's always been a good pick and roll player, very solid, very safe. She's a very low turnover player. And so now it's just a matter of getting her more and more opportunities. I think she's grown well. Even reading, you know, the help side defense and where people are loading up on us, not just the pick and roll, the two defenders that are involved in the pick and roll. She's really become elite at reading the whole floor, at reading everybody's defense and kind of understanding the schemes and what the other teams are trying to take away, what the other teams are willing to live with and exploit those things. So she just gets better and better every year, honestly. I can't say, oh, I taught her this. No, she puts in the work, and she's really becoming elite in pick and roll. And her finishing has been at another level this year. So her ability to take contact, play through contact, and I think should be going to the free throw line even more. She's like LeBron. She absorbs it so much that it doesn't look like she's really being hit, just because she's bigger and stronger than everybody. But she takes a lot of hits out there. But her decision making, I trust 1,000%.
Gotcha. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Coach.
Yep. Thank you, Coach. Grace.
Hi, everybody. I'm Ruth Vivas. I'm the in-game host for the San Jose Earthquakes. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and subscribe to our channel, Bay Area Sports Wrap.